Greetings and welcome to episode 9 of Interstellar Space Genesis on Explorminate. At the end of the last episode, we just finished researching the Titan, and we designed Titan. And so now, let's see how much it's going to take to build one. We have a little over 1,000 production on this planet. Okay, so 26 turns. Not too bad for a Titan, but I've been thinking about it. The main thing is, when we get bombers, they will not be shield piercing. So that will not only affect the Titan, but also the cruisers. And also the battleship if we end up putting bombers on that as well. Now to get around that, I would say the best way to go about getting around that would be to move away from the focus on the shield piercing and just go mostly for brute damage, and then the fighters doing shield piercing would just be I won't say irrelevant, but it won't be a main factor. And then, but for now, since we don't have bombers, and the only thing in our fleet that doesn't do shield piercing are these peacekeepers, I think we can try taking these off, which takes off 4,500 production. And now that would take... Okay, so that takes 3 turns off. That's pretty good. Then we can always add it. We can always change it again in a refit. And then for... Let's see, we want to get hover tanks. We want to get... Oh yes, for this planet over here, is it? No. Okay, use list. Here. With the diamond crust, it is a desert. Okay, that's the normally, since we prefer ice, and deserts are also considered cold planets in this game, deserts would be the first thing I would want to have available for colonizing. However, in this game, we just didn't find any real deserts to colonize until now. And so I will go in here. And it's only 53 credits, so let's get that. So now we can colonize that Diamond Crust planet. Alright, so we don't want to be building the Titan straight away. Certainly want to refit the cruiser first. I'm going to take this battleship off for now, at least. Do I want to do that next? Let's see, right now we have... just one cruiser. Okay. I was hoping we had 2, but let's go ahead and get a cruiser done before the Titan then. And then we'll revisit. Okay, and real quick before I forget, I wanted to show something with the Kaek. So I'm going to save and load a Kaek file, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm here in my Kaek game, and let's see, so since this is weapon level 4, defense level 3 for research, and they have the evolutionary trait that gives 50% for battle pods instead of the normal 25%. And so what that does, that I thought was particularly interesting is now we can fit a neutron beam with all the mods on a frigate with level 5 maneuverability, full shields, and you just can't do that normally. It's just not possible, at least not at weapon level 4, which means the neutron beam only has one miniaturization level. You could maybe do just heavy mount. I'm not going to check it right now, but yeah, it's not really a good thing to do. But now with this 50% battle pods, we can. Now it is still damage-wise inferior to plopping on a laser. Let's see. Actually, no, it's okay. It's inferior to this. Doing either this is better. This is the way you would want to go if you were using lasers. If you're fighting space monsters, you would want this for damage, but with the neutron beam, because it does that stun effect, this can be a cool way to go. Especially since the space monsters don't have shields. I found this quite effective against the offspring, monster offspring. However, against the adults, the stun doesn't seem to... It's far less likely to affect them. I don't know if the rolls I got, perhaps. But in my test battles, that was certainly the case. And then for the destroyer here, I just did a normal laser destroyer for damage. And let me see. So basically what happens is here is the frigates are no longer damage dealers. They are utility, so to speak. Or I guess you could call it crowd control, sort of. The stun doesn't work enough to really consider them crowd control, to use MMO speak. But, you know, they're still effective, for sure. So if you had one laser with auto fire, you might do 18 damage if all 3 hit. But that also means damage reduction gets, well, if you're not fighting space monsters, that means damage reduction would affect it 3 times. But here, with the neutron beam, you're doing 1 shot, so damage reduction only affects it 1 time. And also you don't have that reduction in accuracy for the 20% for the first shot, 40% for the second shot, and 60% for the third shot that autofire gets. And of course, as I just demonstrated, the downside is you can actually get 2 lasers, at least with weapon level 4. With weapon level 3, well, the whole thing, I was able to get, you can't do these 2 mods, but you can do the heavy mount with weapon level 3. Anyway, the whole thing becomes, it's doable, but the whole thing becomes less valuable, of course, at weapon level 3. You don't have the 20% space reduction that comes from 1 level of miniaturization, and you don't get these mods. Alright, so let me see. Alright, here's a battle with one of those destroyers I showed and 2 of those frigates I just showed. We're fighting a crystal entity. This is an adult, and this is using the new 3D graphics for the crystal entity that they added in a recent patch. So it looks completely different than the one in episode 4. They also changed the others, the space amoeba and the space dragon, and they look really cool if you haven't seen them. Let's see, so now what I found is with this setup, if I hit auto combat, they will flee. But I want them to fight, so I'm going to go into go to combat. And I'm not sure why we're so split up. It does that a lot. Okay. So we are not in range. Move up. We still aren't in range. Okay, there we go. Overload. Fire. Okay, we've taken down its armor. Oh. Torpedo's going for that one. Alright, probably going to lose that one. Now what I like here is... not close enough. I want to say they may have done... They probably did the neutron beam fitting perfectly like that on the frigate on purpose for the Kaek with that 50% battle pods. Because I gotta say, this look of the beam is perfect for the look of their ships. That whitish, slightly blue color combined with the bluish white of their ships. It looks like a crystal firing a beam. So that's pretty cool. That's let's see, we have not stunned it yet. Don't know if we're going to. Okay, fire again. I have tried running away from the torpedo. This combat speed of 20 isn't quite fast enough to do it. I have done it with other ships. But I want to say, okay. So now, normally you see me design ships and I don't do the 360 point defense. Alright, so imagine a scenario where this is actually a missile group instead of a torpedo. And I'm running away. That would be a perfect setup for having a rear-facing or a point defense that could fire to the rear, because then it could both run away and shoot at the missiles. Now, with torpedoes, you cannot destroy torpedoes, so that would be completely worthless. So, I do wish the devs would change it so that instead of missiles down there, it would say torpedoes or torpedo. Either singular or plural, either one would work. But as it is, the game does consider them to be a missile, even though it gives them different rules as torpedoes. So that's just confusing to me. I don't think it needs to be confusing. You know, just change the terms and be done with it. But anyway, that's my nitpick for today. Alright, continue firing. Oh, was I going to fire? I don't think I'm going to try running it, because then I can't fire. Let's see, well, this torpedo will hit it next turn, so there's no point in not running, I guess. I've already fired. But do keep in mind, you can fire first and then run. It's not an either-or situation. It doesn't take any of these ship actions to fire your weapons. So we've put off death by one turn. Okay, so now it fired again, but we've taken out its torpedo launcher, so it won't be able to fire anymore. Let's see. Debating here. I could either try to keep running Or I could turn and fire one last time before dying. Okay, these only have a 90-degree forward arc. I guess I'll try running. Ooh, pretty close. Alright. We fired already. Oh man, 3 points. Okay, can we... Oh, he lived. Okay. It's unexpected. But maybe because the torpedo traveled so far, I'm not sure if that matters. I know in some games it does, but I don't know about this one. Alright, so 3 points left. And it will regen next turn. End turn. And we got it. And we're back. But I just want to add that that battle actually would be easier if I gave the frigates lasers. But I just wanted to demonstrate that they can use those neutron beams with with all their capabilities with Kaek, which is something you just can't do with any other faction. So I wanted to point that out. Okay, so let's end the turn. I don't want to fight. Let's see. Okay, so now we've scanned the system. I don't think... Yeah, these magnifying glasses don't show up for their stuff, so... I'd like to see this Dragul planet. Okay, we got an outpost ship. No. We will have an outpost ship. Alright, let's take a look at queue times. We finished the... I guess it's this planet I want to look at. Albatross. Okay. Guess it doesn't really look that different to me, but presumably that's helping out the space elevator. Got medium asteroid belt now helping out with some money. Let's see. We should be getting, yeah, plus 10. Outpost. All right. Our leadership is now updated. $175 and $205 defense. Moving improvement, nice improvement. Oh, we did that one already. Okay, so 71 turns for the next evolution, if you want to call it that. Technically, I don't know if it's really evolution if you're choosing, but whatever. So we're gonna want to do this one next because I wanted to do one of these first, but if it's taking 71 to get to the next one, they can't put it off any longer. I've already built cultural exchange centers on most of these planets. I could probably build a couple more, but not sure how much that difference that will make. Certainly want to get it sooner than 71 turns, but guess we'll see how it goes. Now there is a faction. Is it a faction? I'm not sure. Someone has the ability to make it so you don't have to choose between these pairs. And so you can actually take both. Like, not at the same time. You have to pick one here and then you have to pick the other next time. But you do have that option. But, you know, considering how expensive it gets so quickly, I mean, the only time I would think of doing that would be like here, where you have to choose between production from asteroids, and sometimes it's combined with this one, the being able to terraform level 3 eco planets. I consider both of those extremely valuable. So I would probably enjoy that ability with those two. Maybe with terraforming, I'm not sure about that one. This one's less than this one, but because it's a one-time thing. This is an ongoing thing. But again, for a lot of this other stuff, wouldn't be able. I mean, it's just not. It's not that I wouldn't want to, but I wouldn't have the means to, cost-wise. Now, I guess there are. I guess some of the factions do have a better way of getting support space culture points. So maybe that factors into it as well. So I did save that change, okay, with the taking off the peacemaker. When we're trying to get to bomber bays, I might pick up subsurface vault at some point just to get that +2 population capacity on planets. But the downside, of course, is that you need to have a build slot. Always challenging to allocate those build slots. And of course, what sucks is my planets where I build ships always end up having the least number of build slots because I have to put points into aerospace instead of into these civil planning slots, which give extra build slots. Too many things called slots. Anyway, and then unless it's like a huge planet, that's one thing I have found when playing Moltar, is that they do get more huge planets than other factions, just by nature of them preferring lava, I suppose. Whereas the Kaek suffer from preferring low gravity planets, and thereby they get a lot more tiny and small planets. That is definitely the biggest negative of playing as them. So I guess we're ready for the next turn. Okay, we've explored this system. Oh. So this planet here would be great for us. I don't know. And of course the gas giants. Let's see. Population 7. Ultra poor. So, like, I feel like it's big enough I should be doing something with this planet, but I don't have anything good to build here. Why is that? I looked for this before and I couldn't find it. The one that lets you train your crews. There it is, Imperial Space Academy. Okay. I guess I wasn't looking for an eye. Anyway. I think we should definitely pick that up. It is slowing down our progress towards Bomber Base, but 158 credits is not a big deal. That was this planet. Okay, so let's get... Oh, we need to get infrastructure. Okay, we'll grab one of these slots to lower maintenance and give us more slots. Done with that, done with that. Outpost ship is done. Was that here? We've got all of the... Oh no, we don't have all these. Okay. Let's pick up some of these gas giants with +1. So keep in mind, we have techs that benefit from helium-3. Medical isotopes will give us 10% population growth per helium-3. So we're currently getting 60% or +60% pop growth from that already. An additional +20 from the personal replicators on the animator. And if we can keep getting more helium-3, we'll grow even faster. Also, we are getting, is it +0.05? Or is it? Well, we're getting some amount of extra production per pop from the molecular refinery. We don't need to go look for it, I guess. Okay, so you're going over here. We're building more outpost ships. Alright, so we want to... We haven't scanned Lena yet. And next turn. Oh, this is Lena. Okay. I was watching that outpost ship move to that system. But that's not where we are. Okay, so we're not going to attack. Okay. Can build an outpost on this gas giant. Okay, they do not get strategic resources here, so I'm less concerned. We will now go, I suppose, down here. Let's finish these guys off. Sectors off. Okay, next turn. Pop increase on Hulishan. 19 to the next at the current rate. We can get an ecological level in 7 turns. However, that will be on a swamp biome. Then if we terraform it later, that will reset to 0 again. Might still be worth it to get the extra production Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Let's see, there's another planet here. Where is that? Here. Okay, so that's worth doing as well. Put that on there to remind me. Now we could build another dome for another 6 BC in maintenance per turn. I think that's more something if I had more of the civil planning infrastructure to reduce the maintenance cost. If I had even 2, that would bring it to the point where 2 domes would cost the price of the maintenance of 1, because 50% reduction. But always pay attention to the max pop. For example, say this was a tiny planet and it had a max population of 4. Well, it's not going to be worth having another dome for 1 pop, because there are 3 pops per dome. In this case, it would be perfect to have 2, at least until we terraform it. Then we'll get a higher pop, max pop. Did I? Yeah, okay. So we have another one. Okay, not that one. There's one there, there's one there. So 2. Okay. We should be building one more. Okay, that will take care of the gas giants. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, no. 1 in range, 2 in range, 3 not really, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Do I really? Let's see. We're building. Okay, so we can get this one done in 1 turn, this one done in 1 turn, this one takes 2 turns. Let's move this up here. These small asteroid belts are low priority. I'm just going to use them for more cash flow. Get 5 each. Okay, they discovered a boson star. It's out of our range right now. Now, we want that desert. Do I want to? Well, it's only 2 turns. Okay, that's fine. Not gonna worry about subsurface vault right now. Our planets are not maxed. Arbitros is close, but couldn't be a while yet. Okay, this planet, this Terran planet, is maxed. I don't think I would want to build a vault here, because we're going to get non-domed people. So yeah, so it's not something we want to do right now. Need to worry about right now. Okay. Continue on. Again, I was thrown off by that ship moving, but that's not where we were. We were over here. Okay. Let me see. Do we have... I did not bring a leader, unfortunately. Where is that leader? Here. Move you here. Would like to explore those ruins. Outpost here. Get another gas giant, or well, more accurately, more helium-3. So now we're getting 80%. Okay, we got another cruiser. Oh, I didn't move this yet. Okay. Got a gas giant over here. And that should be all the gas giants that we have available right now in our part of space. Oh wait, maybe there's one more. You're over there. You're going there. You're over there. You're over there. Yeah, that's all the gas giants. Okay. Over here we have 3 cruisers now, each with 2 particle accelerators, fully modded, and with fighters. And we have the squadron commander leader, and we have 7 support points left. Okay. Kinda wish it listed the support points here. So it doesn't. So let's go over here. Where is it? I might just be missing it and you guys are screaming at me, but anyway. Somewhere we want to know. Okay, 12 from 3 cruisers. So 4 each. That seems low. 1 for a frigate, 2 for a destroyer, and 4 for a cruiser. Okay. I think a battleship is 7, but I could be wrong about that. Alright, so do we want to go, well, we're building, I guess we'll go ahead and build the Titan. That looks like a good way to go. That will use a lot of support points. So if I can get another station over Fex, because that's going to be another shipbuilding planet eventually, that would be fantastic. Oh, it's actually not as long as I thought it would be for this planet, because it was taking so long just to build the dome even. But okay, that's good. We will continue to get this pop, number 5, and then we'll switch to the building the station. Alright, outpost ship there. We're terraforming this planet. Doing infrastructure there. Eco there. Renewable factory there. Right? We're not doing combat. Okay, good. You can get there in one turn. So we'll go ahead and combine them. Build our outpost over here. This is now officially the most helium-3 I've ever had in a game. If you play with the bonus to beam damage and shield strength choice instead of the isotopes and the molecular refinery, getting 9 helium-3 would be incredibly powerful. But I mean, you don't always know what you're going to get, so, well, you never know what you're going to get, but, so. Ultra-rich, heavy gravity desert. Too bad it's heavy gravity. Okay, we got the Siren, Lone Wolf, Fickle, Unfortunate. Let's see. Pirate and Smuggler, Saboteur, Espionage is good. But a lot of this stuff I don't like, so... Oh, you're a ship leader. Okay. This is the first time I've noticed anyway that having all this espionage stuff on a ship leader. Usually they're on the colony leaders. 1 tech level below the highest researched. Okay, so this stuff happens regardless of where the leader is. They don't have to be at any location or any colony. So let's see, we have 14. So 14 times 4. Certainly pays for her salary. Yeah, let's give it a shot. If I can steal anything, that would be very useful. For sure they're stealing stuff from us, but we don't know about it. Alright, so I guess you still have to be in a ship even if you're on a mission. Oh, your skill's too low, so in other games I've had, I got a leader with the espionage skill fairly early on, and then with the XP per turn, and with battles and whatnot, their skill went up, and this became 80% or even 100% actually fairly quickly. And so let's see. The Dragul are second. Okay. We currently have a trade treaty with them. So, now if I had a leader with, actually, what's that called? That's, no, we don't have a leader. They don't have the skill. There's a skill that lets you see what they have. Let's roll the dice. We'll go for this one. All right. Oh, good. I don't have to put him on a ship, or put her on a ship. 23 turns, though, is a long time. But we are getting the benefits from these, so won't worry about it. Next, anything? I think we're good for the next turn. Yes. Okay. All right. So these have merged. I will send you back here. Hopefully, they won't get pissed off. Let's see, Ragnar has a robot factory, now building the pressurized dome. Okay. Looks good. Infrastructure on, however you pronounce that. Okay, ultra poor. So we're doing this to get more construction slots and to lower maintenance costs. Alright, so now we can build our Imperial Academy. Let's see. Do I want to build? So if we get more maintenance reduction, I'll probably get a med bay. So we want to go here, 12 turns, ouch. Alright, that's the cost of ultra poor planets. Alright, now do we have... We never found a huge planet in this game. Alright. Let's see. Okay, gonna check something real quick. Okay, so we have 2,200 credits. We can certainly buy the bomber bays, but we also need the missile to make them work. And then after that, start looking at these two. So we can get, for those who haven't seen the early episode, this will give us the ability to get level 3 eco level, which also gives us plus 30 BC per planet with level 3. And then this will give us even more ship attack. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to mention, in the previous episode I said I wasn't too interested in the automated repair bots because of how much space it takes up. I mean, it takes up a lot. However, I was thinking about it some more off camera, and because the Cerixx don't use any space for the fighter bays and for the bombers and whatnot. It's not really that bad to have, like, you know, a couple less particle accelerators, or maybe even 4 less. Well, yeah, even 4 less. If it means you can get the automated repair, because the main capabilities are still there. We're not taking off fighter bays to get it on here or anything like that. These weapons are not the main focus of this Titan. These are secondary. On other factions, it would be more of an issue because the weapons are their main focus. And of course, with the I forgot their name again. The faction that uses or has a special on their Titan that can transfer hull points, they always want to have the automated repair because they're using the hit points and they want to get them back. So, all right. So we're gonna. I guess we'll go ahead and buy this. Doesn't really matter if we get it now or later. It's all the same. So we need another 3 or 4 turns, and we can get the missiles. So this will make our bombers useful. The downside is it's going to start throwing these missiles on our space stations. And since it doesn't know how to use them properly, it's actually a nerf to our stations, because then they have fewer beams and projectiles as a result. At least that's how I understand it. It could be it's just no change to beams and projectiles, and the missiles are just strictly in addition to that. I don't really know. At the current time, my assumption is that it uses an autogen design, and the stations have a fixed amount of space. But that may or may not be correct. Tachyon drive, 8,100 credits. That will be a while. Puro Resort. Planet construction. We now have 2 antimatter. So it says with 3, the richness will be rich or ultra rich. But it doesn't say what the richness will be with less than 3. Say with 2, for example. Okay. So I do wish we had gotten 1 antimatter from here. Then we would have 3. But such is life. Okay, so... But definitely, we don't want to leave our bombers useless, so we will need to get the missiles, regardless of how it affects our stations. As I mentioned in previous episodes, I was trying to get to torpedoes, but it's just taking so long to get that kind of credits. 8,100 credits. Yeah. I guess if that was the only thing we were going for, that would be okay. But we do need to get other things, you know, like these defense techs and whatnot, you know. So, alright. Let's see, 1 more turn, and then we're going to call it an episode. We're not going to fight. And we are going to raid your ruins, even though you have colonized this planet. I'm surprised it lets you do that. I would have thought it would only be planets that are not colonized, but... Right. Maybe it's one of those things where you visit the planet just like a tourist, and then you kind of go behind the fenced-in lines where tourists can go. Alright, so we found a starship. Unfortunately, we really don't care about that, so let's see. So we got the Condor. This is a pre-designed destroyer. As we can see, it comes with Polaris missiles. It has MIRV, but it does not have fast. So yeah, I really don't care about this ship at all. Might just scrap it even. It has a green crew. I can't do anything. There's nothing in this game that allows you to do retrain the ship for a higher crew or anything like that. You have to actually scrap the ship and rebuild it if you wanted to go to the higher stars. We did that in an earlier episode. I wish it was like if you refit it at that planet, you would then get the higher crew. I've seen that in some games, not too many, but some. Let's see, we need... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and scrap that. I can't see a good reason to keep it around. The Polaris missiles, yeah, I mean... they just suck. So... Alright, so let's send... these guys over here now. Actually, I'll send this leader over here just in case they decide to attack. Fex is now 5 pops. Oh, interesting. I can get to 6 in 19 turns. So that exponential cost, or the severe exponential cost for the when you're near the max, must be much higher on planets with that have a higher maximum than this. I mean, that's still high, 19 for 1 pop, but it's not as severe as some of the ones I've seen. Okay, so we want to switch now to the battle station. I think that's good enough. Anything here with... Yeah, we have the asteroids going there, okay. Found the ship, yeah, okay. So we're doing our Titan, we're doing a colony ship, battle station, terraforming, Imperial Academy, Eco level, and dome. And it's researching Chaos World Uplift, but that's just to lower the price. I am going to do the missile before anything else. Now, again, this missile by itself will only be good for the bombers. If I wanted to use this on any of my ships, I would either have to wait until weapon level 7, or I would go back and research the Polaris missile so that I could get the fast and the MIRV mods on there, as well as the miniaturization. Okay. I guess that's all for now. I'll go one more turn. Okay, I wanted to show this. I guess I don't know why. Just because it was almost done, I guess. So these dark nebulas often have something interesting. Certainly not for sure, but they do on occasion have something good. Also, these nebulas usually have something. However, this one is right in enemy territory, so I'm gonna hold off on that. Maybe I'll do this one. No, well, I'll do this one. Sorry about the phone, guys. Alright, so we're gonna... What was that about? I think somebody's leaving. Yeah. Don't care about you. Okay. So, lastly... I think we have enough. No, we don't. Okay. Alright, so... Thanks for watching, everybody. We are continuing to try to gain income where we can. We're going to try to get that diamond crust planet once this calling ship's done. And continue working on our Titan. It looks like we will have a new design with bombers by the time this one's done. Also probably explore whether we can put bombers on the cruisers. That would be good as well. Also need to look at, can we fit any more cultural exchanges on these planets? We have a cultural planet capital. I believe it's on here. Yes, okay. So, okay, can we get more? I guess civilian quarters would get us a little bit more on planets with a station. So 1,000, not too bad. It's not a lot though either. But we'll look at that some more. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And everybody have a great week. Thanks a lot. Bye.